Hi guys.
Yeah.
So we're home from the track now.
It was a rather eventful day. So we had free practice 3 and then quali. Free practice was very
Eventful?
spicy, eventful. I think the main thing was Kimi had these little spin off and crashed into the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big sort of crowd like
Yeah.
when it came up on the screen.
From where we're sitting, you can't actually see down to turn 2. But I was a bit shocked. And my biggest fear actually coming to a live event is watching someone crash right in front of me. I think that would just be really hard, considering we like or know who each of the drivers are. Like, any thought of them actually getting injured in the sport is kind of scary to me. So I've just been praying on nobody crash in the last corner, because I'd hate to see that live, especially if someone got hurt. But he walked out of the car. He was fine.
And somehow they rebuilt the car.
The most ridiculous thing. So I was messaging our friend Corin live while he was watching it, and he was like, there's no way, they need to rebuild it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yep, we've got about 2 hours until quali. And then somehow they managed to rebuild this car. And he set the fastest time at one point in quali. It was ridiculous, eh?
Yeah.
Something else that happened in FP3 was, for some reason, Carlos's car stopped at the start of the pit lane, and he tried turning it off and on again, and it didn't work. So then he had to make the really long kind of walk of shame, but it wasn't his fault, from his car all the way down pit lane to his team's garage. And that meant that we all got to cheer and wave at him, and he turned and waved at us.
It's not as bad compared to the previous years, which compared to last year, it's not off to a good start. We've got a red flag in this session now with just over 45 minutes remaining in it, and I think that will be just to ensure that we get that car safely back into the lane there, Cam.
Yeah, we don't really know what happened to his car. It just seemed, and then Albon had seemed like this the same issue later on, but then
he recovered
his car going again. So maybe my thought is maybe they figured out what went wrong with Sainz's one, and then they were able to fix Alex's one straight away while he was still in the car.
Yes, but then Sainz didn't get a chance to go out in qualifying.
Yeah,
and set a time, so that's a shame.
Yeah, then getting into quali, obviously Max crashing out in Q1 was a bit of a surprise. It looked like they showed the replay a number of times, and I still don't even know what happened. They just looked like the car just span out.
Flag, and he could be out in the first portion of qualifying. What a turn up.
They're on the edge of their seats. They cannot believe it. This is not something you often see from Max Verstappen.
Without him doing anything.
I thought it was something to do with the rear wing.
I think
it looked like it changed and then immediately spun.
Yeah, it was a bit after that. I don't know. It seemed a bit strange. We'll probably need to watch some commentary on it. But
we're going off vibes, remember what we saw live at the track.
So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that he went out in Q1. So I mean,
considering we have said that Red Bull is the fastest team. Well, we said that yesterday. We have new data today.
Well, I think he'll probably catch up a lot, because from what we've seen, there's quite a large gap between the top and the bottom.
Like a few seconds.
Like a few seconds. Like last year, everyone was in a second or so of each other usually.
Tenths of a second, blah, blah, blah.
But this just seems to have a bit of a wider gap. So I'm sure he'll probably make his way through the midfield and, I don't know, maybe get into the top 10 by the end of the race. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out tomorrow.
It will still be an interesting race tomorrow, especially with some people like Max further down the list than we thought, and Hamilton further down the list than I thought.
It was good to see Hadjar do quite well.
So
hopefully the curse of the second Red Bull seat, well, hopefully it hasn't gone to Max now.
Imagine if Max was the second Red Bull.
But at least it's hopefully not with Hadjar. He seemed to be driving well in the car, so hopefully Max's incident was just a one-off, and we'll see 2 competitive cars this year.
Something I did want to say was that Arvid Lindblad has been really nailing it, and Liam Lawson's been doing all right. Until I start seeing what Arvid's doing with Liam, I'm not going to back Liam. But Arvid, top 3 a few times with his times, and I think as competitive as the Red Bull times. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
One to watch. Maybe there's no Red Bull curse anymore. Maybe they've figured it out finally.
We'll watch his career with great interest.
I actually saw a meme on the way home that said that Max would like to be demoted to Racing Bulls now because their car looks great.
What was the next interesting that happened in qualifying day?
The other incident
Incident.
of note was that I don't actually know what happened to Gabriel Bortoleto's car in the pit lane, but there was almost a big crash.
Yeah, he just like
Unfortunately, right in front of us. But
just like stopped. Yeah, it was
his
a bit
car
weird.
just stopped. Yeah, and then I think it was
The Racing Bull car was almost
Yes.
rear-ended him, I think.
that was a bit scary. And then he just stayed in the car, but couldn't get it to the end of pit lane. So I think that was at the end of Q2. So he'd made it into the top 10, but then wasn't able to participate in Q3.
Yeah. But still, I mean, great result for Audi getting top 10.
For the first,
Even though he didn't do anything in Q3, I think still a great result for them. I think he should be pretty happy with that.
The commentator at the track was kind of rude, and he was like, because we get GP TV, we don't get the F1 TV or any other commentary. And he was like, oh, well, I don't think he would have done better than 10th anyway. I was like, rude. Like, just let him have a go at least. But no, I think that's
He
the
probably
rule.
wouldn't have done better.
Yeah. Well, I know, but you're not supposed to. I don't know. I don't think you should have said that and blasted it to like thousands of people that were there. It's kind of rude.
They are your 10 players that will very shortly and fight it out for pole position for tomorrow's 58-lap Grand Prix.
This is it. This session is what we've been waiting for. We've counted down to pole position at the Formula.
I also don't know what's happening with Stroll and Aston Martin. I assume it's car issues, and
Yeah.
well, obviously,
There was a moment there where it looked like Alonso might get to qualifying 2. He was sitting in 16th for a while there and then just got pipped by a couple of people.
I think it was Colapinto actually.
Yeah, I think it was Colapinto who popped him off. But that was, I don't know, kind of promising, I guess, that maybe they're starting to figure some things out. But
I think
feels like
I think it's a bold claim.
yeah, I read something online. I don't know how true it was, but it was saying that so Aston Martin's using Honda engines who used to supply Red Bull, and sometime in the last year or two or whatever, most of the Honda engineers had left. I don't know if they've gone to the new Red Bull Ford thing, but for some reason Aston Martin didn't know that it wasn't the same people working on the engine this year until like recently. So it seems like there's been a bit of like a massive, I don't know how they mess this sort of stuff up when they're spending millions of dollars on it, but
Well, I suppose
but yeah,
Adrian Newey is at Aston Martin now, so
Yeah.
if you've got a tried and tested
I think they went with
brand
Honda
that you've
because
worked with
Adrian's worked with them. It's
at Red Bull,
tried and
maybe
tested, but then apparently like their whole engineering team has changed since then. But this was what I read somewhere. I don't know how true it was.
I don't know either. Yeah.
But yeah, so it seems like it might be a while before they get it figured out. But yeah,
Sounds like a lot of excuses.
yes. So we'll enjoy watching the tractor go around. So
Oh, that's
someone's
mean.
got to
That's mean,
got to
no,
cut
I
the
don't
grass.
Oh, for God's sake. No.
And his
No,
name is
baby,
Lance Stroll.
We can't be mean about Aston Martin. I actually don't want to see them do bad. I don't
No,
want Fernando to be...
Yeah.
Although I would like funny radios. I don't want him to be unhappy. I don't want them to be that far off the pace.
I think everyone wants to see them get a good engine because I think everyone wants to know what the car's capable of with a good engine.
At this stage, I would just like to see them finish a race. It doesn't matter what position. I would like to see them do the total number of laps. Because I don't even know if I saw Stroll do like, let's say, 10 laps in any of the free practice. So getting to 58 laps tomorrow doesn't seem possible.
Yeah. We'll wait and see. Mercedes clearly have shown their hand now.
What a good day to be wearing my Mercedes shirt. Like, I just randomly picked, I was like, right, Saturday's going to be Mercedes Day. And then...
Yeah, so... yeah.
What did they say? A Russinelli 1-2.
So yeah, they're looking like...
What are you frowning at?
I hadn't heard that.
Oh, it was
did
like...
you just make that up, or did they say
No, it was like on the Mercedes Instagram or something.
Okay, right.
It's because it's a Kimi and George 1-2.
Okay. Yeah, they look like they've cracked the code first anyway, with their setup this year, so I think about, I don't know, unless like something weird goes on in the race tomorrow, I think they probably will steam away with it, but
I think Russell's looking pretty dominant, at least on this track,
yeah,
with this current car.
But yeah, Ferrari were also up there as well. They looked really solid again today, so
I don't think Hamilton's placement in Q3 reflects how well he's been driving so far this weekend.
But we're excited to see the race tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out with the new cars in an actual racing scenario.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll be a lot of chaos and who knows what will happen.
Well, I mean, we've already had like 4 incidents. Oh no, we didn't even mention the fact that Kimi Antonelli had something on his car that flew off and then hit Lando's car, which they then duct taped back together.
We actually haven't seen if or what penalties come out for that, so hopefully it's just like a fine or something, but the commentators made it seem like it was going to be a grid penalty, but so it's a bit of a shame because it's not really Kimi's fault. I don't know I don't really know who's responsible for making sure everything's off the car before sending them, but someone messed up somewhere.
Yeah, I'd hate to be that person that made the mistake because no one wants to make a mistake, obviously. It's just,
So,
unfortunate.
I mean, thankfully it didn't cause too bad of an incident. I mean, I know Lando ran over it, and thankfully it was just over the tyre, so hopefully it didn't cause too much havoc to his car. But yeah, that's, I guess, another thing. Lando didn't seem to... He hasn't really stood out at all this weekend. Like, he's been very unnoticeable.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, flat.
Just,
I mean, that's not quite fair. Sometimes he was putting top 4 times in, but that was when a lot of people hadn't done a lap yet. So
so it might be a bit of a rough year for the reigning champ. So,
but then again, there was a period of time last season where Lando was struggling and Oscar was dominant, and then it switched partway through the season. So I don't know. I wouldn't count them out. McLaren is definitely a top 4 team. They looked better today than they did yesterday. We didn't see as much of Oscar on the track, however, and we also had those couple of red flags, so there were a lot of stoppages. So we will be watching, as Caleb keeps quoting, with great interest tomorrow.
So we're looking forward to seeing it, and we're going to do predictions. Who we think is going to win?
I don't like to say, but if I had to say, I do think Russell has been pretty dominant throughout. So I would say Russell taking first. I think Kimi Antonelli has also been putting in good laps. And then I think Ferrari behind that, the top, like maybe 3 and 4. Well, obviously there's positions on the grid and stuff, but yeah, I think Ferrari are next best performers of the weekend so far. So I put them in like 3 and 4, Leclerc and Hamilton. And then Isaac and Arvid for my 5-6. But I don't know if you keep going.
Yeah. Oh.
But what do you think? What are your predictions?
I think it's hard to go past Mercedes. Like, they were pretty dominant in qualifying. They're the only ones to go in the 118s, I think. So
both of them, yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's quite a bit of a gap there. So assuming they can keep the car on the track, I think Russell will. I mean, I
don't know if Kimi will. But...
I think he's been a bit shaky. He's been off the track a couple of times this weekend, so it wouldn't surprise me if something happens there, and maybe like a Hadjar or an Oscar might creep onto like a second place or something, or even Leclerc was up there as well. So I think 2 and 3 I don't think it's a done deal. I think Russell will probably run away with the win. Unless the Ferraris absolutely rocket off the start line, which they have been doing, and maybe Leclerc or Hamilton will get in front of him after the first corner. But I don't know. I think if Russell gets away, then I don't know if they'll be able to catch him. But yeah, I think 2 and 3, I reckon, but between Antonelli, Oscar, and Hadjar, I think will be the remaining podium getters.
So that's our thoughts.
That's our thoughts, yep. Very vibes, as we've been saying. Yeah, we haven't really watched any of the replays or things, that we're just kind of going based on what we've seen on the track and what we've seen on the screen at the track with the Australian commentators.
Yeah, we haven't watched any of the F1 TV, which we have a subscription to, yet. So
yeah, so no, but we're super keen to see the race tomorrow. We're really excited to see how the season's gonna play out, and we'll let you guys know what we think tomorrow.
Yeah, and it'll be very exciting because it's our first ever race in person.
Yes. All right, guys, we're gonna get some sleep, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.